Welcome to the TechArena, featuring authentic discussions between tech's leading innovators and our host, Allyson Klein. Now, let's step into the arena.
Welcome to the TechArena. My name is Allyson Klein. Today we are coming to you from Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and I am so excited to be joined by Anna Giralt, CEO of Artefacto. Welcome to the program, Anna.
Thanks a lot for having me here.
So, Anna, why don't you just go ahead and introduce yourself and Artefacto?
Okay, sure. So I'm a filmmaker and a researcher in between filmmaking and technology. I'm super interested in both fields, and that's what Artefacto is all about. Artefacto, it's me and Jorge Caballero, my partner, and we started the company around 15 years ago. We've been shaping it with technology. We started with interactive documentary in 2011, and we were a little bit going along with the technology, with VR, AR, and in a natural way, 7 years ago, we started researching the impact of AI in the cinema. So, and now we are here, really in the eye of the hurricane. I don't know if you say this.
Yeah, we do.
With the AI and filmmaking, yeah.
So I was so excited to talk to you. You understand everything about filmmaking, from script development to post-production. You've looked at that entire incredibly complex work and looked at how AI would apply to that. How did you get involved in AI? What inspired you?
Well, so in a way, it was natural because we were researching how technology, was shaping narratives in any way. So it was like the next step when we were doing interactivity in film. It was like, okay, interactivity, it's like all is done. And AI, it was a technology that it was used for visual artists in all this generative world that it was existing before ChatGPT,
Right.
So we started researching how we can implement this technology in our interactive projects back then. So we started researching in cinema, and there was some things, but not a lot, because back then you needed to understand and know about technology and, have equipment, not like now. So we started, from this, scratch, and we started digging and understanding that this was going to be huge and it was going to impact a lot. So we started using some models from, and at our own productions, and trying to understand not only from the practical and creative level, also more at artistic, sociological level, what was going to happen.
Now, filmmaking is art and it's creation, and generative AI is reflective of what has come before in its science. When you look at the entire process of the creation of film, what are the areas that stand out for you at this point that are natural applications for AI?
In the process of filmmaking,
Yes,
you mean?
yes.
Okay, so now what it has been more natural till now. It was more this analytical side of the AI, since this predictive, like Netflix, understanding what users want, based on what they watch, or another companies that they were trying to understand if your script was going to be successful, like Synalytic or Largo AI, because a script similar to yours was successul.
Right.
So this pattern recognition, that mostly AI is a statistical machine of pattern recognition, it's been the AI that has been implemented first in the industry, long way before all this momentum that we have now. Now we are talking more about generative AI, how we can generate new content from that. And we are seeing that it's going really fast. And the quality on video, for example, like last week it was Sora presenting, it was like astonishing, even though we have been these models of text to video or video to video from Runway or Pika Labs or another companies that they were amazing, but the fast piece of the quality is kind of mind blowing. So of course it's gonna be the next thing.
It's gonna keep growing. Right?
Yeah, and audio is coming here also. So the intersection between generative video content, generative audio content, so it's gonna explode this year for sure.
Now you're gonna laugh at me, but I need to ask this question. Salma Hayek starred in Black Mirror recently about artificial twins and the licensing of humans in film. If you are listening and you didn't catch this episode, definitely catch it. But it opened up a lot of questions on what is the right balance between human creation and AI assistance. What's your view on that? Where is the line?
Yeah, it's a really interesting question, and I guess the line we as a creators we put the line. So, for example, I see different perspective on that, depending on if you're a big player or you're not a big player. For example, like a big industry players or you are independent filmmaker, you're gonna see different. You are gonna use it different. For example, us at Artefacto, we are trying to use it not only to speed up processes or to gain more revenue. Of course, we want that, but our main aim is like, wow, we have a technology that helps us, to understand things different, to research material in other ways, to be maybe more creative, also with the concerns that goes along with the technology. But we are not only looking for profit.
Right.
So I think this is, the main difference between how more capitalist motivated industry can look at this technology, which can, of course, do a lot of things that now, take more time or more people to do, or advertisement, for example. I think it's one of the industries that it's going to impact faster than cinema because they work with shorter things with image also text so and we're seeing like a lot of, for example, Barcelona, like it's like some months ago I've seen the advertisement of a big bank. I'm not gonna say the brand. It's Midjourney or DALL-E, the image. So I think it's mostly depend on who is using the technology, not the technology in itself. Now,
just to reflect on how fast this area of the industry is moving, from the time that we talked about doing this interview to now, the folks at OpenAI announced their new video creation. I mean, which is mind-blowing. Where do you think we're going to be at the end of the year in terms of what we're seeing in video, and how does that open up the door to new creativity?
Yeah. So it's difficult to predict because it's really going faster than I think even the people in the industry believe. So I'm sure that by the end of the year, we are going to see, as I said before, all these models connected in a really high quality standards. Probably we're gonna see more larger videos, more larger content with more quality. That it will be every time more difficult to distinguish from reality, as we say. So yeah, I think this is gonna happen, and also I think filmmakers are gonna adopt this technology because now it's not that it's massively adopted by filmmakers. It's some people that is starting using that. But since this, huge quality standard that they are gonna arrive, so I'm sure we're gonna see a lot more generated content. That's for sure.
Now, Artefacto runs many programs related to AI, including Open Docs. Can you talk about those?
Yeah, so Open Docs is a great initiative that we started alongside with Runway, one of the leading startups in generative AI. And we started this program because we felt that we as a filmmaker and filmmakers and documentary filmmakers wanted to understand how filmmakers and mostly from the documentary field and non-fiction and creative documentary, which is like, it has a tradition of hybridization with other genres. We are not talking only about journalistic documentaries, if not more kind of films that work with reality, but in a creative way. How it was supernatural to understand how these filmmakers that are a little far away from this technology could, start thinking, helping us to think and shape what will be the use cases of this kind of filmmaking. So that's why we decided to start this initiative, and now we are gonna announce the winners of the first round shortly.
Oh, nice.
So we are super excited that we are gonna start producing the first films. And also along with that, we want to host some presentations, and we are writing, some user case of, to understand how these filmmakers are using and these creative uses that, opens all this new technology. For example, you can recreate things that didn't happen, that till now, for example, creative documentaries use fiction or animation.
Right.
So it's, or when you want to portray your feelings or some things that you cannot see in an easy way, So it's really interesting to see how people are thinking or the users.
I can't wait to see what the awards come out with. And what time frame are you thinking about announcing that?
So I guess in about a week we're going to announce it. Yeah.
I'm going to definitely cover that.
Sure.
What is your end vision for the future of cinema? How do you think it'll define the art form holistically in the future? Will there be filmmakers, or will films be born from a ChatGPT interface?
Well, I guess both will combine. And also because I think it's not only depending on what the industry wants or it's pushing, also what the audience wants as well. And also what we as creators want, it's difficult to artists that they disappear, right? Like people wants to create. It will continue existing and will combine. I think one of the things, like now, for example, we can see books that are written by ChatGPT, and of course, it's still writers out there. It's not gonna disappear. I hope.
Yeah.
No, but not really. But yeah, and also, I think that's for sure. It's gonna happen. And also, one of the other things that will happen probably, or maybe I want this to happen, is if we are really in front of a new medium, a new whole medium that we need to put name, and then we need to name it. Like when the camera was invented, photography was born, then cinema was born. So it's so powerful, this technology, that I think we will see the rise of a new medium that now we don't have name for it.
Right, exactly.
That would be so exciting.
So I can't wait to hear more from you, Anna, and see what's happening with Artefacto. I'm sure people who are listening online are thinking the same thing. How can they connect with you?
So we have a website, artefactofilms.com, and we are in social media, so they can contact us through any channel. And we are there thinking projects and eager to collaborate with different people and from different disciplines. That's one of the things that we try to do as well. Not only collaborate with filmmakers, also, with technologists, engineers. So we think this hybridization of different disciplines is so powerful.
Thank you so much for being on the show today. It was a real pleasure.
Thanks a lot for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for joining the TechArena. Subscribe and engage at our website, thetecharena.net. All content is copyright by the TechArena.